Hello my beautiful people, welcome. My name is Elena for those who are new, and for those who already know me, welcome back. It's a new semester and I just started my second to last semester before I graduate in May of 2025, which is so exciting. I'm excited. I'm currently a sophomore attaining my associates in graphic design and advertising, and I thought it'd be fun if I can bring you along and kind of show you how I prepare for a new semester. Whether you're already started or about to start school, I hope you can learn something new and get ready for the new year. So let's go ahead and dive in. First thing I always do before the new semester starts is finding where my classes are. Meaning I go online where I registered all the classes and I look for the building number as well as the classroom number. Since I've already been attending college for a couple of years, I know my classes are basically in the same building, so it's really not any trouble to find it. But if you are just starting college or don't know which building this is, a great tip that I have for you is to go onto your school maps that they usually offer on their website and go ahead and look for where your classes are as well as the building. I like to use this hack because it really helps me to find where I have to park on campus, just because there's so many different parking areas, just to make sure I park really close to the building and I know where my classes are going to be at. Now our brain works like a goldfish. We try to memorize and remember a lot of things in our head, but knowing that 24/7 our brains are constantly working, we tend to forget little details like our classroom numbers. So write them down, whether you put them on your phone or on a piece of paper, and have it with you the day school starts. That way when you start heading to the building, you remember what classroom number it is. Now if you really want to make sure you do find your classes on the first day and not going crazy or scared you're going to be late, I recommend actually going on campus maybe a couple days before classes start. Depending how your campus works, if it is open, go ahead and actually park in visitors and go walk around, kind of get a feel of the campus. Make sure you feel comfortable walking and know where your classes are. That way on the first day, you are already prepared. Now before classes even start, this is probably one of the most important things and probably one of the most favorite things that students get to go through is packing our backpack. Now this part of the video, I thought it'd be fun to kind of show you what's in my backpack and what I usually take with me on a daily basis. This is the current bag I use. It is made by Herschel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this isn't actually my backpack. It is my boyfriend's, so thank you, babe, for letting me use your bag for school and transporting all my things. My backpack that I used to use for college was this Burr Bradley backpack. She actually has been with me since my senior year of high school and throughout my probably 2 to 3 years that I've been in college. Unfortunately, I had to retire her just because the strap is starting to break off and I do not want to risk it falling off of my shoulder or breaking anything. And I love her, but unfortunately, she had to be put into retirement. So that is why I'm using him. First things first that I always have to have in my bag is my laptop. This is my baby. I use it for everything. Since I am a graphic designer, all of my softwares are on here. This is where I get most of my homework done, my poster and illustrations done for class, as well where I edit a lot of my YouTube videos and thumbnails. The second item I always have in my bag is my iPad. She is my joy. I use her on a daily basis as well. This is where I do all my digital notes, where I read all of my digital textbooks. I use Procreate a lot to do my illustrations for either thumbnails, stickers, or just quick mock-up sketches for classes. I also use her to watch YouTube and glean on a daily basis, so she is also my tried and true, and I always carry her with me everywhere I go. Next thing in my bag is my charger. Now my electronics are usually charged. I'm pretty adamant about charging them the night before, but since I'm always running multiple things on my laptop, I like to carry this around with me just in case I need to charge it. And plus I do like to stay on campus sometimes after class just to get some work done, so this is just something I always have to have with me. Next item is a phone charger. This is typical. I'm pretty sure everyone here in the room cannot go anywhere without a phone charger, just in case our phone goes dead. So that's just in my bag as well. Next item is my headphones. I cannot go anywhere without these. I love listening to music, to podcasts, and YouTube videos while I'm getting work done or just when I need to get some editing done. These are a must.
I forgot to record this on camera, but another item I always have with me is my electronic bags. In this bag, I have all of my SD cards for on the go when I need extra space to record. I also carry my hard drive where all of my assignments and my videos are on, so when I get to editing or working on a project, they're on there. And then I have my little adapter dongle for my SD cards and hard drive since my computer is only Thunderbolt.
The next item in my bag is not really an item I feel a lot of students use, or maybe you guys do, but that is either a wireless or a USB mouse. Like I said, I am constantly working on my laptop. I am a graphic designer and I edit a lot, and using a mouse is just 2 times easier than using the trackpad, only because using the trackpad after so long does cramp up my hand. So being able to use my right hand on the mouse and my left hand to do any short keys makes it 2 times easier to get any work done for me. Next item is this mini sketchbook that my professor gave to me last semester, and I take this with me just because I have a lot of my mini thumbnail sketches, mock-up sketches for any assignments or illustrations that I need to get done. This is just to jot down any ideas as quickly as I need to without needing to take out my whole iPad and open Procreate. This is simple and easy, and I keep this in my bag for that reason. Next is my pencil case. This is my tried and true as well. You just need a pencil case with you. You never know when you're gonna need a pen or a pencil. Plus, I have all my highlighters and pencils in here for when I need to do those little thumbnail sketches for class. Since I am blind and wear glasses 24/7, I like to keep my glasses container with me with the little cloth inside to clean them, just because I have a really bad habit of cleaning my glasses off my shirt. My dad knows, I apologize. And since these are brand spanking new, I'm trying to keep them in the best condition as possible. And so I take this, that way I can clean them and prevent any more scratches on my lenses. Chapstick. Can never go anywhere without it. I always have one in my bag, next to my nightstand, in my car, in my purse. My lips are always chapped, so this is just a must. Next thing I have in my bag is my emotional support water bottle. I can't go anywhere without this. I gotta stay hydrated. Staying hydrated should be the one thing you should prioritize in your entire life. It keeps you healthy and hydrated, so this is just what I always have with me everywhere I go. Next thing I have is my retainer case. Now I do wear a retainer. I take this everywhere with me. Just in case I do get hungry and want to snack on something, I can put it in here. I just had too many times where I've forgotten this and I've been forced to put my retainer in a napkin, and that's so not very hygienic of me. So I take this everywhere with me. This is just another must. And last thing that I always have in my bag is my wallet and car keys. These are just important. I mean, you have to have your wallet, your money, your ID, and car keys because I do drive to school. That is my one transportation, so these are just also important to have with me. That's pretty much everything that's in my backpack. Sometimes I do take my camera with me to school because I do have a photography class that I have 2 days out of the week, so sometimes I will take that with me, but it's not really a necessity that I take, so that's why I didn't really include it. Plus I'm filming on it. But that is everything that's in my backpack, and let's move on to the next part of this video. So I wanted to show you how I organize all of my assignments. So I do use both Notion and Google Calendar to organize all of my stuff. I mostly use Google Calendar to schedule what days and times my classes are. To show you what my Google Calendar looks like, these are the time blocks I have just for my classes. I always put the name of the class and the time it is, and I set it to where it's always showing the same thing for each week until the semester is over. Like here, I'll put when I have to do a lesson. So Tuesday yesterday, I had timed myself from 1:30 to 2:30 to work on lesson 2 for my basic animation, and that was done. Notion, I have what is called a academia calendar. And this is what my academia calendar looks like. I have a table here with different columns for a different category. Each category has a dedicated task. So the first one, starting on the left, is course. This is the name of my class. So these are the classes I'm taking: illustration techniques, digital imaging, computer graphics, and basic animation. Second column next to it is the week. So this is the week whether we are working on. The third column is a task. So this is where I put whether if it's a lesson or a lab assignment I'm working on, or if it's a critique, a project, or maybe a final, or I have to do some type of reading for chapters. The next column is date. This is where I put when an assignment is due or what week we'll be working on a certain subject. So that's what this column is. Next column over is the lesson. This is just a general overview of what I'll be learning or what the assignment is about. That's it, it's basic. And then the last column over is check marks. I have it set so when I check this box right here, this entire line will disappear, just to state, cool, this assignment is over and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now, I'm not gonna check it because if I do, it's gonna disappear. I mean, I can come back into here and uncheck it, but I can actually go over and show you how I make this table. And at the bottom is a gallery of my courses. Each of them have a little picture and I put a little cute emoji icon next to it to make it look nice and with the name of each class. There's really not much in these to click on it. I just have where my syllabus is. So in case I need to come back and reference it, it's here. And the lab hours for when they are open, and I can go in and get some work done. So there's really not much to this. You don't have to add the gallery if you don't want to, but if you like to, you can. The cool thing about Notion is you can customize it however you want. So if you wanted to come in here and add more things than just the syllabus, or actually wanted to write all the information of the office hours, the emails, or how you get in contact with your professor, whether it is email or through Zoom, you can write it here. Whatever works for you works for you. This is just how I have it set up. Now I'm gonna come in here and create a new page. I wanna go ahead and give you guys a tutorial on how I made my academia calendar. That way, if you wanted to follow and make your own, you guys can. So when you create a new page, it is gonna look blank like this. Cool. Really nothing much to it. I'm gonna click where it says Untitled, and we're just gonna call it a different name. You can call it school, you can call it academia. I'm gonna say school, but I'm gonna spell it like S-K-O-O-L. Up here above school, you're gonna see 3 different options. You can add an icon, add a cover, or add a comment. Let's add an icon. I'm gonna do books, just to state this is all about school. Now we can add a cover. You can actually copy a bunch of different links. I like to go on Pinterest and do that. That's where I get a lot of my Studio Ghibli. We're gonna go here, change the cover. They usually give you a bunch of different options here, some cool looking ones. You can upload any that you might have already saved to your computer. This is the link, so if you were to copy the address link from a photo on Pinterest or Google, you can paste it here, submit it, and it'll add that to the banner. Unsplash is another. If you find some pretty cool looking photos on Unsplash, you can use it too. You can even search it. So let's search books, and it gives me a bunch of different books. Let's go with this one. It's a graduation cap. Now when you look at it, there's really not much to it. You can't really see anything. So to fix that, so next to change cover is reposition. Once you do that, this little option will pop up and the arrows, and you can reposition all of this. That's a little creepy with our eyes, so we're just gonna do the grad cap. So we'll just leave it like that and save position. There you go. You already have a little emoji to describe what this page is about, the title of the page, as well as a banner that looks cute and aesthetic, however you want to put it. When you come up here to the right of the 3 dots, you can click on it. This gives you a bunch of different options. I don't want to fully go into depth with Notion. If you wanted me to go more into it, let me know down in the comments and I can kind of show you how I do my Notion or what it looks like, and maybe guide you through on how I did some things. But the simple thing I'm going to do is full width. I do like the full width of how it looks. It does the entire page instead of just the middle of the page. And I'm going to change my text to serif. It just looks nicer. So we're going to click under school. It's going to tell you write something or press space. We're going to go ahead and press the slash key. Now you have a bunch of different options here. It may seem overwhelming, but it's not that much, and you're probably not even gonna use all of them. You might use maybe half of them, most likely maybe a quarter of them. So the first thing we're gonna do is add a heading. I wanna add a heading. I usually do heading 2, and I'm gonna write assignments due, just to indicate these are the assignments. Next to the assignments, you're gonna see 2 little icons, the plus and a 6-dotted dice. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called, but I'm gonna call it that. You're gonna click on it, you go down to color. This gives you the option to either change the color of the actual text, or you can change the background color. I'm gonna change the background color to blue, and it changes the whole thing to blue. Once you click underneath, it's gonna give you the same option. We're gonna go ahead and press the slash key. You're gonna write in the word table. This is where you're gonna get that table looking database. There's 3 different options. There's the basic block, the advanced block, and the database. I don't know what the advanced is. I've never used it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna use it anytime soon. Don't use the basic block. It doesn't really give you what you're looking for like you saw on my Notion. You wanna click on database. This is the table you're gonna want. So you're gonna click it, and this is the start of your table. Where it says on title up here, I'm just gonna write assignments. Pretty sure I didn't spell that right, who cares? Above here, it's gonna say table. You can right click it and rename it. You can also name it assignment, doesn't matter, or you can leave it table. It's gonna have assignment as the heading up here anyways. The third assignment that's down here, I'm gonna click the 3 little dots and actually hide this database because we don't need assignment, assignment, and assignment. Now this is the fun part. This is where we get to customize our table. Right here, it just says name. I actually don't use this column, and for some reason Notion doesn't allow you to change the property of it. If you're just writing down a simple text and that's it, then you can keep it. But since I want to actually customize what options I want to use, I'm not gonna use this column. I'm actually gonna click on it, hold it, and I'm gonna drag it to the right. And we're just gonna leave it there. Now here you have tags. I'm gonna click on it. Below tags says edit property. This is where you're gonna edit a lot of things. On the right side, where it says edit property, you're gonna see type. Click on it. This is where you have a bunch of different options you can use. You can either do specific numbers, you can select a certain task, or you can have multi-select. I'm actually gonna click select. And where it says tags, you can actually change the name. I'm gonna name it courses, just so we know these are the classes that I have. So when you click underneath courses, let's put photography. So you have photography. No, it's not photography. Let's do English. So we'll say this is the English class or the photography class. Every time you click through each, it's only gonna select one. So next to the name column is a plus sign. We're gonna go ahead and click on it, and then the panel on the right is gonna reopen with all the different options that you have again. What we're gonna do is click select again. Where it says select up here, we're gonna go ahead and name it task. This is the different tasks it's gonna be. The task column, we're gonna hold on to it and click it again and move it to the left side. Under task, let's just put reading. No, it's not a reading assignment anymore. It's gonna be a lesson. Nope, not a lesson anymore. Then it's a final project. Cool. English course, final project. Sweet. Now you have the task. We're going to come back again next to the name and press the plus icon. It is the same exact process. We're gonna click the option of date. We're gonna write here due date if you want, or you can keep it at date. Click on date, move it to the left. Click on it, we're gonna say it's due the 26th. You can include a time when it's due. We'll say it's due at 12 a.m. in the morning. There you go, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna click the plus sign again, and this time we'll do text. With the text, we're gonna name it lesson. Click on lesson, move it to the left. This lesson for English final project, we're gonna do read Shakespeare and write a 500-word essay on it. There's the lesson or the assignment that we have to work on. Lastly, I'm gonna click the plus icon again, and I'm gonna scroll down and click check mark and move that over. So now when you look at your table, you have your course, you have your task, you have your due date, the lesson, and a checkbox to check it off. Now, say I did have a photography assignment and it's a reading lesson, that I have to get done by the 23rd of Monday, and it's about how exposure works. Cool, I finished this assignment today, so I'm gonna go ahead and check mark it off. Oh, Elena, it's not disappearing like you said. Correct. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna uncheck this. So we're gonna come here on the right side of the screen. You're gonna have all these different icons and options next to the new button. When you hover over each, it's gonna tell you what each one does. We're gonna click on this triple line one that kind of goes down a triangle and it says filter. When you press filter, it's gonna give you all the different options that you have on your database table. We're gonna go ahead and click on checkbox. On the left side, a little panel is going to open and you're going to have the two options where it says unchecked and checked. You want to press unchecked. When you press unchecked, it's going to show you all of the different assignments that you have that is unchecked. Say you do finish this reading assignment. You want to go ahead and click the checkbox and boom, it disappears. Oh, okay, you didn't finish it? Cool. Then come back up here where it says unchecked. Go ahead and click it back to check. Now show you actually all the assignments you've done that are already checked. I'm gonna change it back to unchecked, and that's the pretty cool thing about making this table. That's it for the table where you can organize all of your assignments. Cool thing about Notion is you can customize it however you want and what works best for you. Probably curious on how I made the gallery. Pretty much the same process as the table. You're gonna click underneath the table. You're gonna press the slash and let's write gallery. It's gonna be under the database, click it. And then it'll give you these three boxes. Same thing, you can change it. I'm gonna put courses. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna add a new one. And we're gonna say photography. So we're gonna come here again to the three little dots next to the new. When you come to layout, you're gonna have a little bit more options again here. Where it says card preview, you can do page cover because we're actually gonna change the cover. You can leave fit image off, that way it doesn't fit the image. It like the whole entire box is filled with that photo, and show the icon. That's about it. We're gonna click on each box. We're just gonna do this one English. I can't spell today. We're gonna add an icon. We're gonna do a book again, and then we're gonna add a cover, and we're just gonna we'll do that for right now. We're gonna click outside this page, and there you go. You have English with a little icon and the photo. You can do that to each one. We're gonna do this as graphic design. We're gonna change the icon to this, add the cover, we're gonna leave that, and there you go. You can do that to each of those boxes, customize it how you want, and that's how you create the gallery. So I use both Google and Notion to organize everything in my life and assignments and content that I have to get done at the beginning of the week, or you could do it at the beginning of each month, depending how your professor gives out your assignments. So I'll usually open my Notion and my Google Calendar next to each other on the same screen. I'll look at what I have for the week and I'll put it into my Google Calendar and write when a certain assignment is due, or if I want to work on a certain assignment on a certain day, then I'll time block that out. Now, if you don't know what time blocking is a way to plan out your day by setting aside specific time for each task. So instead of just making a to-do list, you can actually decide when you'll work on each thing, helping you focus and stay organized. Now, I'm not gonna go deep on the best ways to time block, but there are plenty of amazing YouTube videos out there that explain on how to time block, and I can actually link my favorite ones down below. And that's it. That's how I pretty much schedule around my classes and organize all of my assignments. That was all my prepping for the new semester. I hope you found some tips and feel motivated for this new semester. I am super excited for this new year and to bring you guys along. I'll be making more school content for the future, so make sure to look out for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you beautiful people in the next one. Bye.